Hi folks, this is Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know all the things to do. I've been a little out of sorts for the last week or so with a lot of things going on, and even though I had planned to do a video yesterday, finding out that Gerard the Completionist had been sitting on donations made to his charity for 10 years without spending them kind of threw a monkey wrench into my plans. I really wasn't feeling like filming much after that, but I am hopeful that he will provide the answers that we're all seeking in the retro game space, and he will make sure that money doesn't sit in the bank account anymore. 10 years is long enough for donations to sit unspent. They should go where they needed to go. But in the meantime, I want to be optimistic that he's going to correct that and talk about some retro pickups that I just made and whether I got a good deal or not, starting with this Williams arcade collection for PlayStation 1. Now I want to say before I film this that I've already tested all of these games and they all work, so it's not a matter of whether or not they are good, it's a matter of whether or not I got a good deal. So what did I spend on Williams Arcade's Classic Greatest Hits? I spent $9.89 according to my receipts, and price charting says that a complete is $9.99 on average, so just under by a dime, and the range is pretty wide. It's going as high as $17.98 and as low as $5.50, so $9.89 seems just fine. That's the cat's food dispenser you hear in the background behind me. We moved it down here so that Tingo doesn't have to go so far to get his food. This is Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, and I paid $8.99 for this one. And I'm pretty darn sure it goes for more than that, but let's just confirm that with the old price charting and see what they have to say. Megami Nocturne for PlayStation 2. Let's see here. 1605 complete. Going for as low as $4.75 and as high as $20. So I think I'm pretty happy with paying $8.99. That's well under the average. Not the cheapest you could find it, but not the most expensive. Justice League Heroes for PlayStation 2. Everything is from an overhead perspective, you know what I'm saying? So let's see here. Justice League Heroes. It's a little slower because I'm typing with one hand. Also, my broken finger is mostly healed, but it aches quite a bit. May just be weather sensitive now. So it looks like a complete copy goes for $12.82 on average, as low as $3.25, which I consider a huge outlier, and as high as $29.99, which I also consider a huge outlier. And $8.99 is actually the loose price according to price charting, so a complete copy for that seems more than fair to me. Now Lakeview Terrace I already looked up before filming, and this one isn't on price charting, so the prices are all over the map here. UNVs aren't searchable on price charting, and most of the copies you can find of this are for DVD and not PSP, but I paid $4.99 for it, and to give you some idea of what it might be worth, and I'm not saying this is what it is worth, just what it might be worth, you can find it for $100 sealed, which I don't believe for a minute is the actual value. You can find it for $13.45 new, although I don't know how that's different from sealed. You can find it for $14 in a lot of 3, but then you have to pay $18 shipping. So I'm gonna guess, based on the fact that the one that's new has free shipping, that this is probably a $12 UMD, because eBay prices are a little higher than what you would normally pay if you found stuff used. So my best guess on this is $12, which means $4.99 was pretty good. Me and my Katamari, I paid $8.99 for this, and again, like Megami Nocturne, I know that's not the median price for it. Me and my Katamari rolling down the avenue. And according to price charting, this one goes for $14.99 complete, with a range as high as $19.95 and as low as $6.90. That gives me the feeling I'm pretty well in the reasonable range. Even a loose copy goes for $9.53 according to the price charting average, so $8.99 like Megami Nocturne feels like a real bargain. Now, this is just the previous store's price sticker. This is not what I actually paid for it. It was underneath when I peeled off the price sticker that was on it, and I paid $16.20. All 4 discs are in there, all 4 tested and working. So what does price charting think a complete copy of X-Files for PS1 is worth? They have to scroll through a lot of X-Files comic books, which I don't really understand why they list those on price charting, but $17 loose, $18 complete, or should I say $17.99. Since I paid $16.20, that's a little under the average. It has gone for as low as $4.99, although whoever shipped it for $4.99 probably lost money on that. And the highest I can find is $26.89, which I don't think anybody should pay that much for this. I'm gonna say $16.20 was fair for a 4-disc where all 4 discs are working, but that's just my opinion. Imagine Ballet Star. There are a metric ton of these Imagine games, and I don't know if I will ever collect them all, but they did have a couple at the store I was at. And this one, let's see here, I paid $4.49, and complete, it goes for $10, and even the lowest price I can find on price charting is $5, so it looks like this is a deal no matter what. It routinely goes for well more than that. I see 10, 11, 13, 12, 9. I feel like I got a good deal on that for $4.49. This one, other than Megami Nocturne, might have been the best deal that I got. I was a little surprised that there was a Phoenix Wright game for DS that I didn't have, but so be it. And Trials and Tribulations cost me $8.99, and I'm almost sure a complete copy goes for well more than that. But let's confirm it according to price charting. And whether or not you believe price charting is always up to you, but they aggregate from eBay and other sources, and their average is $24.06 for a complete copy, with some going as high as $34.99 and $32.94 and $31.19. So it seems like this one is quite in demand and not the easiest to find, and as you can see, it is complete. So I think I justified the entire purchase that I made in one shot with getting this one for only $8.99. That was well underpriced. Got another one of these Imagine games here. I paid $4.49 for this one. And what does it average on price charting? Complete $9.21. Let's see, from $7.99 to $15. So once again, it feels like I did good on this one. $4.49 for something that even at the low end goes for $5.76, and the average is actually $9.21. I'm okay with that. The final one I picked up was That's So Raven, Psychic on the Scene. So Raven, tell us what you're worth according to price charting. I paid, let's see here, $7.19. The Nintendo DS game is $7.40, and usually goes for $9.50, $8.09. It has gone as low as $1.48, but I consider that an outlier. It's gone as high as $14.95. I consider that an outlier. It seems like $7.40 is pretty much on the money, and I paid $7.19, so that works out for me. This is kind of a rambling video, but hey, like I said, been a weird 24 hours with stuff going on and the news about Gerard, but I hope he makes that all right. This is Mr. MegaManFan signing out.